Yo, it's Kyle, another video, and the title of this video is Less is More when it comes to dating. And what I mean by that, okay, so this video was inspired by true events about two friends. So a little story time. So I have a friend who just got out of a relationship. He was in a long-term relationship with his girlfriend. They were living together, split up after a couple of years. He's somebody that I would say struggles with confidence, struggles with self-love, is down on himself, doesn't think he has anything to offer, doesn't think he's attractive, doesn't think he's funny, thinks he's a burden to other people. Anyway, he was newly single. And I have another friend. She's in an open relationship, so her and her partner sleep around with other people. And they do it just for hookups. They fill each other's emotional needs, but they sleep around with other people for their sexual needs. And she was interested in this person. She told me that she found this person attractive. She found my other friend attractive. And when she found out that he was single, she invited him to go to a concert with her and her friends. And they had a good time. And after a couple days, when they got back, my friend, the guy, he called me. And he said, something weird happened when I was at this concert with this person. She, made it a point that she was in an open relationship. She mentioned this to me several times with her man. And she also told me that she found me attractive. Like, what do I make about that? And I said, well, that means she finds you attractive. And him being somebody that is, a little more insecure, doesn't love himself as much. He said, no, that's not what she meant. Like, what does she actually mean by that? It's weird that she would say that she finds me attractive. Like, what do I do about that? Like, I don't want to ruin our friendship. And I said, that means she finds you attractive. And, we went back and forth for a bit, and I told him, just so you know, she has told me before that she finds you attractive. So if you find her attractive, if you want to hook up with her, reciprocate those feelings. Tell her that you find her attractive. And he's like, no, you're busting my balls. Are you sure you tell me the truth? I'm like, yeah, this is the truth. Do as you will with this information. So the next day I get a text from my other friend, the woman. She says, I don't know what you said to so-and-so, but, they shot their shot. I'm like, okay, good. I'm happy this is happening. Two of my friends are getting together. And a couple days goes by. He's also telling me, oh, we've been talking. I shot my shot. I told her I found her attractive. And, they were talking. And a couple days goes by. And my friend, the woman, she says that she got the ick. She said that, he's doing a little too much. And I was like, how could he give her the ick that quick? They were like friends for a while, and she always found him a little attractive. So within 2 days of her and him agreeing that they found each other attractive, he fucked it up. And, she was telling me and showing me some of the things that he was saying. And he was doing too much. Sometimes less is more. He was kind of self-sabotaging because he didn't feel like he deserved her. So once he found out that she was into him the way he was into her, he started, doing too much, texting too much, started like sending videos, starting to self-qualify. And what that was projecting was insecurity. What that was projecting was that he didn't find himself attractive, and he was self-sabotaging the situation. And sometimes less is more. Sometimes, once you have that attraction, in the beginning of like an interaction, in the beginning of a relationship, of getting to know somebody, you got to pursue a little bit. You don't chase, you pursue. You put your interests out there, you set up dates, you get the ball rolling. But once there's a level of traction, it's good to take a step back, because you have to convey, and this should also be true, the feeling, the aura that you are, a person of value. You're somebody that values yourself, you value your time, and you're letting somebody else into your world. So what my friend did is he fumbled it, because as soon as he found out that she was into him, he just didn't believe it. So he felt like he had to show her he was attractive. He had to show her how funny he was, how witty he was, and he was doing too much, sending way too many texts, sending way too many videos, and doing too much when he should have been doing less. She was attracted to him. So unless they were setting up a time to hang out and like do the deed, because in her situation, she's just looking for hookups, which is, perfect for him, because, he just got out of a long-term relationship too. So if he's into that, obviously jumping into something serious wouldn't be smart. So if he's looking to, it seemed like their goals aligned. But he was doing too much, when all he had to do was do what he was doing before when she found him attractive. But once he got this information, he started doing too much, started trying to act like somebody he wasn't. And this isn't some sort of tactic, it's not like, wait so and so many hours to text back, or wait so and so many days to set up the second date. You should have a life that's interested. You should value your alone time. You should love yourself. And this will just naturally be conveyed. You shouldn't care that much. The more you care about making things work with somebody, the more likely it is to fail. And also the fact that you care that much, especially early on when you don't know somebody that well, just conveys that you have some work to do. It conveys that you don't love yourself. It conveys that you aren't content with yourself, that you feel like this person is not worthy. I feel like we've all had situations where somebody finds us attractive and we don't find them attractive, so we care less, and that lack of care is more attractive. But when we start dating somebody or start seeing somebody that we feel like is more attractive than us, that has more value than us, that's when we start to act silly. That's when we start to fuck up, because you care too much, because you think that they are above you. But instead of thinking somebody's above you, realize that we're all human and that we all have our flaws, and you shouldn't have to do too much. Convey your personality, be who you are, but you don't have to put on an act. Less is more. The less you do, the better it is. Have a purpose, have things that you care about, have passions, have hobbies, have friends, have interests, things that make you happy, and do that. So in the beginning of a relationship, this isn't something you have to do, it's just who you are. And then the person that you're seeing, they wonder about you. What are they up to? How come they don't want to hang out with me every day? How come they're not blowing on my phone? Because, it seems kind of counterintuitive, because you think you have to do more to get somebody to be into you. You have to show them how attractive you are. You have to show them how funny you are. But these are things you do in person. These are things you do. That's the problem with like social media and our having our phones on us all the time, is that there's a lack of mystery. We think we have to be texting somebody all the time just because we have the ability to, or we have to be Snapchatting them, or have to be showing them everything we're doing, or calling them all day. And less is more. Take a step back. Build a life that you enjoy. Build a life that that you love, and convey that love that you have for yourself in your life. And don't make somebody a priority when you just meet them. Somebody shouldn't be in the main focus of your day when you just start talking to them. Less is more. You don't have to do too much, especially when that attraction's there. If you go on a few dates, you'll know if that attraction's there. That's when you don't have to do as much. Let things happen naturally. Let it progress in a natural way. You don't have to force a relationship to happen. It's either going to happen or it's not. You don't have to force, that sexual chemistry to come. It's either there or it's not. And that also comes from loving yourself and not caring, because you realize, when you're dating and you're trying to find somebody, whether it's a short-term or long-term partner, you don't have to force that. You don't have to force that connection. It's gonna happen naturally. So less is more. Honestly, you don't have to force these things. You know, you should be content with yourself, happy with yourself. You should be, you know, following your dreams, following your passions, going to the gym, doing things that make you happy. And a relationship, love will come, you know, hookups will come if that's what you want, whatever your goal is in dating, they will come, and you have to be content with that. You have to be okay, and you have to do less, you know, do less, because the more you do, the more you convey that you're not worthy, that you don't feel like this person is worthy of you. Anyway, that's all I got for today's video. Peace.